I have one more question.
Mhm.
So regarding the structure of a business, right? Um, I'm thinking of structuring the business in terms of like a corporation instead of a sole proprietorship.
Yeah.
Which one would you really advise me to structure? How would you advise, or what's the best way for me to structure the
Yeah,
business?
I would say that the way to think about a corporation is think about a separate entity, like a person almost. Corporations are not people. That's been debated more in the States than in Canada, but whether or not corporations have all the rights of a person, they don't. But they are a separate entity that you can treat with certain taxations and things like that. So what I would say is when you're in like ultra startup mode, it's not something that you need to do right away. But once you start making an income from that entity, all of the income, if you don't incorporate, all of the income is considered your personal income. And then you write off things and reduce your income, and et cetera, as a sole proprietor. But once you get to a point where you're making, I would say maybe $5,000, $10,000 a year, even not a lot of money, but when you start making enough money that it starts to affect your overall taxable income, that's the time to incorporate. So again, I would probably say sooner rather than later, because you want to have that structure in place and create that separation as soon as it makes sense. But in my opinion, it doesn't make sense necessarily until you're making enough money that it starts to affect your overall income tax.